Hey, it's Mike coming to you with another video. Just wanted to share what I'm doing here. Got my tack rag. I'm getting ready to wipe some stuff down here. I want to turn it on so you can kind of see what I'm doing through this project. I got the back door on this Tri-Glide airbrushed last night. Now what I want to do is just simply kind of cover this up. I'm going to be airbrushing kind of around here in some different places. This is just some scrap paper I had when I had it all masked off around it. We'll just go ahead and use that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the cutouts I did. So here's what I've done. I took and printed off what I wanted. So like here I've got this guy, this military guy. He's basically doing a sneak heading toward the helicopter. We want that orangey, that fire glow around the background like we've got throughout this whole theme of this bike. So I printed this out from offline, just went to Google and searched it, and then I just simply took my X-Acto knife and just cut out this shape. So as you can see over here, you can see it right there on that fender. So see right here where I've got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to airbrush around that and kind of hold this down. And then when I pull this up, what's here, that will be black underneath. Same thing over here on this helicopter. So like on this helicopter, what I've got is the same thing. I've done a cutout. So I'll just have to hold all these down because see, the base is black. That's what I want. I'll hold these down. I'll spray around it. And what we're going to use is chrome yellow. And we'll spray around this, you know, kind of out around it a ways, get that glow. And then we're going to come in with candy orange, tangerine orange. Go over that. That's going to give us that orange glow. And then we'll come in with some red candy over the top of that. Give it that fiery look. And then we're going to bring fire up from the bottom, up from the door, up onto the flag, coming from the front back, coming from the sides up, from the bottom up a little bit. So let me go ahead and get the color mixed up. Get cracking here. What I'm doing is just mixing up some candy here. Or excuse me, some, let me turn this around so you can see what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to add some chrome yellow to my airbrush. Now here's one thing that you'll probably notice is your airbrush sets a little bit. You cleaned it out the night before, like in my case. And the needle, so when I pull the trigger, the needle is just a little draggy. It's not smooth. So what I'm going to do is simply undo my lock nut. I'll pull my needle out. You can see it's got a little bit of paint left on it. See, I cleaned this last night before I put it away. But it's just what's left in the gun that gets in them, around them O-rings. So I just put a little bit of thinner on my rag here. I just simply wipe this off. See, there's a little bit of residue, paint residue on there. Just kind of turn it as you're going through that. That'll clean that needle off, make it nice and smooth. Because we want that needle to be nice and smooth inside the airbrush. Push it in all the way, turn your lock nut down just thumb tight. See there, it's nice and smooth now. Put the end back on it. All right, so what we're going to do is mix up our chrome yellow here. Now on your air pressure, I'm turning this down here to about 25 to 30 pounds. I normally run about 60 pounds on my airbrush when I'm doing, especially when I'm doing the fire. I want that extra, here it's really low. I want that extra air to help push through because I'm doing candies and stuff. So here's chrome yellow. Give it a good shake. I'm just gonna put it about half full. And I'm gonna add the reducer the rest of the way. Mix it about a 1-to-1. I just use my rag, as you can tell. I hold it over the cap. Give it a good shake, and I just wipe off where it's came out that hole. I always try to keep my gun nice and clean throughout the whole day of using it. It's a lot easier to keep it clean than cleaned up at the end of the day. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, turn the camera around here, and we're going to get going on this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to hold this down and spray around it. Now here's another thing. So inside of this helicopter here, I've done some cutouts like little squares, and then I put tape over them. That helps hold that in place. I can't put tape out here because when I spray around it, it'll leave that tape mark. So I do cutouts in here, put the tape over it, just kind of push it down, it holds it in place really good. Now unfortunately on these rotors and stuff, we can't do that. Like this guy that's rappelling down on the rope, we can't do that. So we just got to use our X-Acto knife or something to hold it down while we're spraying. Like here I've got a paint opener. So what I'll do is use it. But by keeping my air pressure down, it's going to allow me to not have near as much overspray coming up underneath all this stuff. If I had my air pressure turned up, it'd be trying to blow up underneath all this, and it'd just be it'd be a pain in the butt. So here we go. I always spray down away from the edges. So if I spray up toward the edge, I'm going to spray up underneath it. So always spray away from your edges. I like to go in a circle motion. It just gives you a better line. You're going to always end up with paint on your fingers and stuff. It's not going to hurt you. It'll wash off. If you're worried about it, put some rubber gloves on. So I'm just getting this orange all around this because I want this to glow. So I'll come back in with candy and go over the top of this, and that's going to give it that real orangey look, that look that I'm after. Sorry about the noisy air compressor kicking on there. Normally I'm in the booth in there. Well, I've got the booth full of other parts, so I've got this stuff out here. And where I'm sitting is right next to the compressor. Pretty loud and obnoxious. So I'm just spraying all out around this to kind of get that little yellow haze out around it. Always make sure you come back, because you can see little places here, little dust places. So you want to come back with your, in between every coat, come back with your tack rag. And as you can see, I'm getting a lot of just dust. It's just dust residue, because this base coat, it's not really getting a lot of overspray that don't come off. See, it comes right off. It's just a dust. But go ahead and clean in between every coat, and you'll just have a lot nicer, cleaner job in the end. Now, if you don't, it's still gonna, the candy's still gonna melt it in and still burn it in. It'll be okay, but it's better if you just stay real clean in the process. Like on this helicopter, we just want a silhouette. We're not going to come in and really detail this thing out. I have on other projects, but on this project, we're not after that. That real detailed look in the helicopter, and the other one I'm doing on the other side. So you can kind of see what it does. It leaves that black, and then what I'll do is I'll pull these off. I'll shoot candy over the whole thing, because see, candy won't go on top of, so like on the black, the candy is transparent, so it's not going to cover the black, so you're not going to see the orange and the red on top of the black unless you had a solid color under it. So if I had a solid color on top of this black, then yes, the candy would show through, but it's transparent and black is a dominant color, the candy will not show up on top of that black, so it'll leave that nice silhouette look around that. It'll be pretty cool. All right, I'll see you in the next video. We'll go to the next steps. We'll start putting in the candy, and we'll see the changes, okay? I'll see you there.